Climate change, rising population, and urbanization are fueling demand for low carbon and clean air technology. And as we look into the future, what is being done about this demand and what can you do about it? A conversation well worth your 10 minutes right here on UBS Trending. Hey everyone, and welcome to UBS Trending. I'm your guest host for today, Lynette Jefferson, filling in for Anthony Pastore. Adam Jokic is here, and he's a portfolio manager for the global equities team at UBS Asset Management. So let's get right down to what's most important right now. So Adam, I want to talk to you about a long-term theme that we've been sort of kicking around for quite some time. And by the way, welcome to the studio. It is so great to have you here. But the theme I want to talk about is the clean air and carbon reduction theme. And I want to know why that's important. Why is that currently trending? Why is that on everybody's mind?
I would say that the investment case here is pretty clear. Climate change is arguably this generation's greatest challenge, and it's really going to have to be met with enormous public and private support that we believe really should generate an extended earnings cycle for many companies that really have products and services that help reduce carbon emissions.
Yeah, I mean, we've seen some pretty massive policies take effect, right? So, and we get a lot of questions, right, from clients and investors around those things. So, we think that those policies are certainly going to help incentivize companies to start making different decisions when it comes to carbon emissions reduction.
Definitely. I would say perhaps most notably would be the Inflation Reduction Act, also known as IRA, that was just passed last year. And I would say this is the largest piece of legislation tied to the energy sector and the transition to a low-carbon economy we have ever seen. It really aims to reduce greenhouse gas emissions by 40%. The policy is vast, covers things like household appliances, electric vehicles, renewable energy. And I can't stress enough how immaterial it has been to the economics of many industries. Sure. For a bit of context, just in the hydrogen sector alone, if you were to look, green hydrogen production today with tax credits, not only is it made economical, but it's actually more profitable than gray hydrogen production. So it really has been a bit of a game changer for many industries here. And I do think we should see a rapid adoption of several green technologies because of legislation like this.
Yeah, I mean, it's really been a game changer. And I love what you said, like green hydrogen versus gray hydrogen. Is that the phrase you used?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I love that. And I just feel, it's all about, again, educating investors, a bit on the terminology, but also on the upside, right? And the future of things and where we see opportunity. So thank you for that. I guess with that, I want to kind of go a step further, right? So what industries do you think are going to benefit from the IRA and basically the tailwinds, right, around legislation?
Yeah, so two sectors I'd point out. One is the auto industry, really, and it's going through the biggest transformational change we have witnessed in the last 100 years as we really transform and move to electric vehicle production. We over the next 3 years, we anticipate 4x the number of EV models coming to market, and anticipate roughly 35% EV penetration, which again, if you just stop and think about that, that's astonishing.
It really is.
So, again, I think in the past, one of the biggest issues has been with EVs is, you really had to sacrifice kind of the coolness of them, the design for them. And I think those days are over, right? These are really cool cars coming to the marketplace.
I mean, listen, I think, you turn on TV and you see the rental car companies, and I think it's like Tom Brady just jumping into an EV car, like it's all good. I mean, we are definitely in a different, part of the cycle from a coolness factor. So definitely agree.
Definitely. And then one other industry I would point to is the solar industry. And this is a rapidly growing industry, especially in Europe, as they fight for energy independence, given the crisis that resulted from the Russia and Ukraine war. So again, this is another rapidly growing industry, which worth noting that Europe has also just passed their own green stimulus deal last year.
And so listen, how can investors, right, and this is kind of where the rubber meets the road, this is what we want to hear, how can investors look at companies and invest in those companies that are going to benefit from the decarbonization trend?
Yeah, so here at UBS Asset Management, we run a long-term themes portfolio that really aims to invest in several of these secular growth themes, like automation, robotics, clean air, carbon reduction, water scarcity, and by investing in these themes, it is a fluid process. Many of these themes sometimes may go in and out of favor in the short run, but over the long run, these are going to be the growth engines that drive the economy.
That's wonderful. You mentioned that multi-theme portfolios are something of interest. So maybe talk a little bit about the benefits of an instrument or a vehicle like that in light of what we are talking about with multi-themes.
Yeah, so we really do believe by investing in multiple themes in one portfolio opposed to a single theme, it really allows you to build a much more diversified portfolio and have a lot more balance in the portfolio. I think a single themed portfolio is essentially like a pitcher only having a fastball, right? It's a great pitch, but you're going to face different batters where you may want to throw a curveball or a changeup, a knuckleball, and depending on the circumstance, there's a right pitch and a wrong pitch. And again, similar to investing, over the long run, we believe all these secular themes should generate superior growth. But near term, some of these themes may be out of favor depending on the market regime you're in. So by investing in multiple themes at once, it really does allow you to mute some of that volatility that you see in the market.
I love that. And listen, I got to tell you, I appreciate the sports analogy. I'm so not like a sports type of person. When it comes to baseball, I speak Yankees and that's it. But I can at least say and understand that, listen, the more pitches a pitcher has in their arsenal, the more likely they're able to go for the win. So I just love that. The more you can sort of throw out there, with variety, the closer you are for a win. So love that. Well, listen, last thing, Adam, if you would, give us a takeaway that we can share with our viewing audience today.
Yeah, so again, I would say, everyone knows currently that the volatility we're seeing in the marketplace, a lot of the headlines you're seeing from a broader macro and political perspective. But I would say, we really do believe some of these longer-term themes really should still generate superior returns over the long run, despite, again, some more near-term volatility that you could see in the market.
Well, Adam, thank you. This has been amazing. Unfortunately, we have to wrap now. It's amazing how 10 minutes just goes by like that. We could have gone on and on and on. So thank you again. And for all of you, be sure to check out the latest reports for sustainable investing perspectives. So again, thank you, Adam. Thank you to our viewing audience for watching. And of course, for more information, visit www.ubs.com/views. Make sure to follow UBS on social media, LinkedIn, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, all four, whatever. And check out our past trending episodes on demand. And as always, if you have any questions about your portfolio, please speak with a UBS financial advisor. So until next time, I'm Lynette Jefferson, subbing in for Anthony Pastore. You all have a great rest of the day, and remember to keep your eyes on what's trending.